When I found my love of reading as an adult in 2021, I couldn't believe the number of books I had access to. Fast forward 3 years, and I'm still an avid reader, but my list of books I want to read has gotten out of control. I'm constantly adding books and then forgetting why I was excited to read them because it's taking me months or even years to get to them in my ever-growing list. Thankfully for me, as a Kindle reader, I don't have to stare at the stacks of books waiting for me to read them, but when I'm ready to pick up something new, I'm stuck in a decision-making tornado. With so many things to choose from, it can be hard to know what you're in the mood for, and sometimes what you're in the mood for might not even be what you wanted after all. I bet I spend more time trying to decide what to read than I do actually reading. So to help my sanity, I made a jar with over 400 book titles and a select bunch of categories to help me get some books off my TBR come DNF or completion. I used classifications for books that I really want to focus on, such as sequels I haven't made time for and books that are highly rated but I haven't had the chance to pick up yet. While I know my TBR will never reach 0, I want a curated list of books to pick from that is current to my taste and excitement. If I pull a book from the jar and I know I won't enjoy it, it will self-destruct. Not literally, it's just a cool way to say unhaul. I'm starting this challenge with 2,624 books on my Goodreads TBR. Welcome to the Self-Destructing Scoop. We have a special guest.
Okay.
Who are you?
Dana.
Yeah. Dana is going to help us pick the second round of Self-Destructing Scoop. So, here's the big jar.
Okay.
You sure you can do this?
Yes.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. 1, 2. Oh, you want me to hold them? Got it. 3. Oh, no, that's still 2. 3. This one's purple. You sure you want that one?
Oh, I want. Is this one?
You can dig into it too. See? You can go down there and see if there's any blue ones down there. All right. So we've got 2.
This one.
That one's blue. Yep. 3. See if you can get a blue one down there. That one's green.
I said maybe this. Oh, there's one over here.
That's green too. That's a blue one.
Yay.
4. What number you think we should pick? How many?
5.
Just 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just 5.
5 is good. You sure you don't want to pick a couple more than 5?
Yeah, I'd love to pick some more.
Okay, how about this? You can go to 10.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got 5. That's purple. You can pick purple if you want to. 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, dig way into the bottom and find the last one. Try number 10. Pick a good one. It's purple. Perfect.
Yeah.
10. All right, can you get the cover? Get the cover.
Aha.
Put the cover on here.
Here we go.
Okay. Oh yeah, put the scoop back in. Okay, now we have to open these. Okay.
Okay, I can open one.
You want to try?
Yeah.
Okay, you pick one to open. They're really tricky. This is how I open it. See, I squish it. I squish it like this. It's very tricky. Morning wood.
You want to help me?
I'll help you. Here. You take that.
And I can put it back in the jar.
Well, no, don't put it back in the jar because it's empty now.
You need to put something back into it.
Yellow. Ooh. June
You
1st.
can grab all of them, and the ones
Okay,
that
which one should I
you
open next?
open, I get.
Which one should I open next?
These 2.
Well, hand it to me. Can you hand it to me? So I know which one you want. Well, that's not even one of the ones you said, Goober. This one's next.
This one.
This one's purple.
Yeah, you got that.
Ooh. Exterminatrix by Bryn Weaver. This is not focusing well tonight. Or today. Okay, which one's next?
Maybe this one.
Good choice.
I wonder
Another
what
blue one. Whoa. Careful, don't hit me. Or the camera. That would be a bummer.
Oh. I wonder what.
Cut So Deep by Saucia Black. This one's a blue. Okay.
Okay.
The blue one. This one's got red. This one's older. Nyx by Serena Ackroyd. Yeah. Okay, which one's next?
I can pick whatever I want.
Well, yeah. Red one.
Then the one that's so close is gonna be this one.
Okay, that one we're gonna do last.
Yeah.
Ooh, I've been wanting to read this series. Bad Mother by Jacinda Wilder.
Yep, I wanted you to pick that one.
You wanted that one? Well, good thing you picked it.
Since you did
This
not
one's next?
see it. Yep.
This one's black, so this one could be a prompt. Let's see. Oh! This Mad Violet Sky, which I read last episode. So we have to pick another one, because we already read this one. You want to pick another one?
I know this.
Yep. Here.
Ha.
Gotta move it. Here. Dig your hand way in. Dig it deep. Deep, 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 deep. See what's in there. Pull it out. It's pink. Do you want that one or do you want to pick a different one?
I'll pick it. I can keep picking.
Yeah.
Oh.
That one's a blue one.
Yep.
All right, we'll try this one. This one's red.
Wait. I wonder what I get.
Ooh, Guarded by Death by H.L. Swan.
Yeah, I wanted you to pick that one.
Okay, we've got these three left. Which one should I open next?
Oh, we can keep getting.
Well, no. The reason we had to pick another one was because I already had this one. So we'll open these ones because that'll give us a lot. Another purple. It's green striped. Ha! Falling into Winter by Ellis Phoenix. We'll try this one, but I recently soft DNF'd it because it's 100 degrees and I can't. So I might have him pick another one.
That one's
tricky.
the last one I can do.
This one's blue. Ooh, the Don't Let Me series by Kelsey Ray. So I'll read the next in that series.
Yeah, you love that one, right?
I do love that one. You're right.
I wanted you to get that one, so I picked it out.
Another yellow. Ooh, Kiss and Don't Tell by Megan Quinn. All right, can you pick one more? Because I think we're going to keep Falling into Winter for winter because I recently DNF'd it. But it was like a soft DNF. It wasn't because I didn't like the book. It was just not the right time.
Down and deep.
Down and Deep. Another blue one. Good
Yeah.
choice.
Found
This
it.
one's orange.
Oh. Oh, I found it.
Ooh. Hate Mail by Donna Marcetti, I think. Nice choices, buddy. I will be back to explain all of the books that we picked. And don't talk about your butt. Okay, I apologize. It's taken me so long to record this part of the video, but I hope you enjoyed the picking of this episode's scoop from my little assistant. But let's talk about the books that we drew. Dreadful. Let's talk about the books that we drew and kind of how they ended up on my TBR and what I'll be reading. So the first one that we drew was oh my god. This Mad Violet Sky book by Christina Mayer, and I actually read this one in episode 1 of this series, so I'll link that here if you want to see my thoughts on that one, but obviously I won't be reading that one. I drew again, and I got Falling into Winter by L.S. Phoenix, and I drew this one. Or I had planned this one for my debut era for my Taylor Swift reading challenge. I will link that here as well. And I had started that book and then realized that it was just not the right season for it. So I'm pausing that book and I'm saving it for winter because it does take place at like a ski resort and like a chalet and they're like snuggling by the fire. And it's just not the right season for it right now. So I'm saving that for a winter reading video that I'll be doing later this year. So I redrew that one again as well. Or I think I just said 2 is enough. So the next book that I drew was Guarded by Death by H.L. Swan. And interestingly enough, this was not what I was expecting from this author. I've read a few of her other books and This one is like a totally different vibe. I'm guessing I have it on my Kindle, so I'm guessing that I got it during like a free book promo or something along those lines. And that's how I acquired it. But I've had it on my Kindle since 2022. And in this one, we are following our main character, Scarlett, and she is getting ready to head to college when the fall starts. So she is enjoying her last summer kind of in her hometown. And she goes to like a club with her friend, and this guy is getting like a little too pushy with her. And she gets rescued by this other guy, and we later find out that he is an angel of death, basically. And it's about their romance. So this one definitely has a little bit more of a paranormal spin that I was expecting again from this author. She does write typically more contemporary romance. This definitely has contemporary vibes, but with that little bit of extra paranormal spun into it. I definitely am excited to give this one a try. Oh, and this one was pulled because it was aging on my Kindle, again from 2022. The next one that we drew was Hate Mail by Donna Marchetti, and this one was drawn because it was recently added to my TBR, actually in June of this year, 2024. And if you haven't been here before, if you have been here before, then you know that I'm a sucker for letters, text messages, all those types of things in books. And this one has a ton of letters between the two main characters. They meet when they are like pen pals as children, and then they kind of, I guess, sort of have like an enemies to lovers kind of second chance vibes. We'll see how it goes, but I'm excited for a book that has a bunch of letters in it. I think that's going to be so fun. And this one was not available in Kindle Unlimited when I first added it to my TBR, but I think it's been added since then. I also was able to get the oh, I'm sorry, sir. Would you? Goodbye. I was also able to get the the audio version from my library. I cannot speak today. All right, and the next book that we pulled was a backlist author poll, and we got Kiss and Don't Tell by Megan Quinn. I absolutely love Megan Quinn's writing style. I started reading her quite a while ago. It was early in my book girl era, and I read, what was it? The Wedding Game? Is that what it was called? And it was like about a reality show, and I had just had the best time. She does rom-coms so well, and they have that spicy kick to them that I really, really love. And Kiss and Don't Tell, which is the book that we pulled for this video, is a hockey romance, and you know we love hockey. So in this one, we are following our main character, and her car gets like stuck on the side of like a mountain during a rainstorm. And so she walks to the nearest cabin, and when she gets there, she is met by 5 hockey players. It is not reverse harem, because if you know anything about me, you know that that's just too many things to keep track of. But she ends up falling for one of the hockey players that she meets in this cabin. She doesn't know that he is her ex's half-brother, so that adds a little bit of extra sauce to it. And the main male character's name is Pacey, which I am obsessed with. I absolutely love Dawson's Creek. Pacey was the best thing on that show, and the actor Joshua Jackson, who played Pacey in Dawson's Creek, also played Charlie Conway in the Mighty Ducks series, which is about hockey. So I'm living for it. I'm so excited for this one. The next one that we pulled was Nyx by Serena Ackroyd, and I added this book to my TBR back in 2021, and then added it to my Kindle in 2022, so I must have had it on like a free book promo, but this is also a book that has been aging on my Kindle. There isn't a ton in the blurb to really give away much of the plot, but it does seem like it is an MC romance, and it looks like it's between like the president of the club's daughter and one of the guys in the MC. So it's got a little bit of that like, oh, we can't, but they're going to type of vibe. So I'm definitely curious to see how this one pans out. And the next book that we pulled was Morning Wood by Heather Oberon, Orgeron. I'm sorry, I'm butchering that. And this one is an Aging on Goodreads one. I've had it on my TBR since 2021, and this one centers around a one-night stand. They hook up and then they go their separate ways, and then fast forward. Sorry, just had like a total coughing fit, so if it looks like I'm crying, I'm not. I swear. Just hacking up along, no big deal. Part of the reason it took me so long to get this recorded was because we've all been sick, because it's that time of year. Anyway, so they hook up, and fast forward several years later, they are kind of thrust back together because he is helping renovate the church, I guess, but her family runs like an undertaking business. So I'm not, maybe like the chapel where they perform funerals. I don't know, something along those lines. Now, the blurb does say that she is a single mom, so I don't know if this is going to be like a surprise baby situation or like, hey, guess what? She's yours. I'm not really sure, but we'll see when we get into it. I'm definitely intrigued by this one because a lot of the reviews said that they had really good banter, and that is one of my favorite things, so I'm definitely curious to see how this one plays out. And the next book that we pulled was Exterminatrix by Brynn Weaver. This one was so small that there wasn't actually a color on it, but I think it was a recent add to my TBR, because I recently read Butcher and Blackbird by this author and absolutely loved it. So I added a bunch of her backlist to my TBR, and I believe that's where this one came from. And Exterminatrix is a novella about a lizard man and like a demon hunter turned like monster exterminator vibe. It's only about 50 pages, so I know it's going to be sweet and spicy, and this author has already been so amazing, so I'm very excited to read more from her. The next book that we're going to be reading for this episode is Bad Motherfucker by Jacinda Wilder. This one is also one that's been aging on my Kindle since 2021. The blurb of this one is definitely intriguing. It talks about like 8 brothers sitting at a bar, and in walks this woman who's like drenched from head to toe in a wedding dress, and I'm definitely curious about like what she's doing there, where she's running from. So I'm definitely intrigued by the blurb for this one. I've also seen this series talked about a lot in some of my book groups, so I'm excited to be able to get into the series and see what all the hype is about. And the next book that we pulled was also a backlist author pick, which was June 1st by Jennifer Hartman. And if you are a romance reader and you haven't read Jennifer Hartman yet, you definitely need to add her to your TBR right away. I am in the process of reading all of her backlist titles, and I've almost read her entire catalog, and I've had a great time doing so, and June 1st is one of the few that I have left. Based on the blurb for this one, we're dealing with a little bit of a taboo situation. She is like his stepbrother, and there is also an age gap in there, so I'm intrigued to see how this one plays out. I'm not usually a taboo girly, but Jennifer Hartman usually knows how to do it in a way that I enjoy, so I'll see how I feel about this one. Drogo, stop licking the floor. And the next book that we are adding to this TBR is Cut So Deep by Stasia Black. This is also one that I added to my TBR back in 2021, so it's been on my TBR for the longest, and I'm excited to finally get it crossed off the list. Based on the blurb of this one, I can't tell a ton about the plot line, but from what I can gather, it looks like she might get involved with her boss's rival in some sort of like BDSM agreement of some kind. I looked through some of the reviews as well, and it looks like she might be a single mom too. I'm definitely going to give this one a try and see how I feel about it. I have to be in the right kind of mood for something like a BDSM read, so we'll definitely have to play it by ear when I pick this one up. And lastly, we pulled the Don't Let Me series, by Kelsey Ray, and I am on book 2 in the series, which is Don't Let Me Go. And I will be putting this one back in the jar as well when we get to the wrap-up portion, because I have more to read in the series, and if it's a series, I put it back in the jar so that I can pull it again and read more from the series and get it completed. And this one is also a hockey book, and you are following our 2 main characters, and she has always had a thing for her brother's best friend, and the team finds out that she's a virgin, and that kind of spurs the whole situation into action, I guess. I definitely feel like these like virgin stories can either go well or not well depending on how the tension is done, but based on the blurb it sounds like he is trying to like prevent anybody else from like hooking up with her, obviously because he's going to, because it's a romance and that's what happens. So that is the books that we're going to be reading in this video, so let's go ahead and jump and see what I think. Hello, I apologize for the terrible car angle and that I look like a hot mess. I'm leaving the gym, but I started hate mail today and I got like 35% in, I believe, and I'm loving it. It's got really good, I don't necessarily know that you would call it banter, but I'll call it banter. So you're following Naomi, and in like elementary school she got paired up to be a pen pal. She lives in Oklahoma. She got paired up to be a pen pal with this kid in California, and he like wrote, I can't remember who wrote the first letter, but basically the first letter was just like, I bet you're dumb, and then the next letter back, like the reply letter, they're basically just like trying to outdo each other with like who can be like more mean in like a playful way, but they're also like kids. They're like 10 years old when it starts, or when they like started communicating. But it's been years, and she is a meteorologist and lives in California now, and or no, she lives in Miami, I think Miami, and she gets a letter at her work, and it's basically like, I hope you get blown away by like a tornado or something like that. And she's like, this is Luca, like this is the pen pal, I haven't heard from him in years, but there's no return address. And so she is like getting annoyed that she can't like banter back with him, and so her and her friend Anne are trying to like track him down. So they fly out to California to like go to his childhood home that had like, because the letters she was getting when they were kids had like the return address in California. So she like goes there and she's like asking the neighbors if like they remember him. And so we're following her in like the present timeline, but then we're also getting Luca's point of view in the past. And so like we're seeing her looking for him, and then in the past we're seeing like what he was going through that like made him like reply to her letters the way that he did, or like act the way that he did, what have you. But there's also a love interest, and I'm suspecting that this love interest could be Luca. I don't know why his name would be different, because his name is Jake, but I just have this weird feeling that they're the same person, but I don't know. So I'm really enjoying it though, because her and her friend have really good banter, but also like some of the things in the letters, like even though they're like mean to each other, it's like cute and like flirty, like when you were a kid and you would flirt and you'd be like, you smell like pig feet, but like you also were like low-key obsessed with them. It's like giving that, and I'm really enjoying that. So it's tricky. I don't know what's going to happen with this new love interest guy. But that's my quick update on hate mail. I am really enjoying it. I'm so excited to go home and read some more. I did have to get this one from my library. It's not in KU. I did get the audio book, and one thing I will say about the audio is there's only one narrator, which is weird. Because we do get Luca's point of view, like we have that dual POV, but we only have the female narrator, so like that's kind of weird. So like the Luca chapters, she just like makes like the guy voice, you know what I mean, you know the one. So I'm not a huge fan of that, but overall I'm enjoying the book. So that's my quick little hate mail update. I'll be back soon when I've made more progress. Good morning. I have an update for you. I finished hate mail. I can't remember if I told you that I finished hate mail, but I did. finished 8 Mail. I really, really enjoyed it. I think I ended up giving it 5 stars. I loved the banter. I loved the, like, how they met as kids and, like, it progressed through. I loved it. I thought it was great. And then, sorry, not quite yet to be awake. I was in the mood for more rom-com, so last night I started Kiss and Don't Tell by Megan Quinn. This one definitely, like, even in the blurb, like, it could totally set itself up to be a why choose, because it's like this girl gets stranded in, like, this rainstorm and knocks on the door of this cabin, and there's just, like, 4 hockey players there, and you're just like, I know where this is going, but I'm quite certain it's not why choose. But I'm really enjoying that so far. I'm, like, itching to pick it back up, which is a good sign. That tells me that it's definitely what I'm in the mood for right now, which is great. I also started Exterminatrix, I think it was. But I just haven't picked it back up. I think I have to start it over, because I didn't get very far. I think I got like 5% in. But I was reading it before bed, and I think I've forgotten what I might have read. But I do remember the opening being, like, funny. And I don't know if it was the actual opening or if it was, like, the, like, warnings at the beginning being funny. But I'm hoping to pick that one back up soon as well. But yeah, finished 8 Mail, really loved it. Reading Kiss and Don't Tell, already obsessed. I think it's going to be so fun. Also, the main male character's name is Pacey, which is just making me want to read Canadian Boyfriend even more, which has been on my TBR for too long. And if you don't understand, if you've ever watched Dawson's Creek, you know Pacey. If you've ever watched The Mighty Ducks, then you know Charlie Conway. They're the same actor. And Joshua Jackson, who plays both Charlie Conway in Mighty Ducks and Pacey in Dawson's Creek, is the audiobook narrator for Canadian Boyfriend, which is the entire reason that I bought it. But that has nothing to do with this video at all, but I have it on my TBR. I have not made time for it, and it's a damn shame. But this book is making me really read it because his name is Pacey and he plays hockey, and I'm just like, wow. But anyway, so that's my quick little update. I will talk to you guys again soon. Hello, I am coming to you with a quick update. I apologize for the really weird angle. I'm in my husband's car, heading to the gym. My sunglasses are not in here, so I am blinded by the sunshine. But I finished Exterminatrix by Brynn Weaver. She is also the author of Butcher and Blackbird. And this one was, I wouldn't call it a novella because it was pretty short, but I guess you can call it a novella. It was a short story, either way. About Layla. I'm pretty sure her name was Layla. And she is a, like, monster hunter. She used to be a demon hunter, but she, like, got hurt, and so now she hunts monsters. She's like a monster exterminator or whatever. And in this world, you have to, if you're a monster, you have to, like, be registered and, like, have papers to be wherever you are. And this family calls in that there's this, like, lizard guy in their basement. And so Layla shows up to exterminate him. And he's basically like, will you just chat with me before you kill me or whatever? And she's like, sure, buddy. And so
her and this lizard guy, I can't even remember the lizard guy's name, which is a bummer. They find like wine in this basement, and so she's like getting drunk on wine with this lizard guy in the basement, and in doing so, she finds out that he's a virgin, and he like has a thing for human ladies versus like lizard people, and I guess there's like lizard people colonies, and so like he left his lizard people colony to go to this place called Tingletown, which I think is hilarious, where I guess it's more like socially accepted for interspecies relations. And so he tells her that he's a virgin, and he's like, really sucks, I'm gonna die a virgin. And she's like, well, maybe we can work something out. Oh, she gets there and she tells the family, like, just go like away for a bit while I like exterminate the guy or whatever. So like the family's not home, so they steal their wine from their basement, get drunk on it, and then she's like, you can't die a virgin. And so he has 2 penises. And a tail. So I'll let your mind venture with that. But anyway, I enjoyed it. It was cute. Well, it wasn't cute, but it was what it needed to be for a novella. It was quick and dirty. And she definitely left it open-ended, like it could be a series, but I don't know that she's going to make it one. I don't remember when this book came out. I know it came out before Butcher and Blackbird, though, so I don't know that she's going to do anything more with it, but I really enjoyed it. So that's one more done for the scoop. Kiss and Don't Tell, I'm like 52% into it, I want to say. And I am just waiting for the shoe to drop, because we know, he knows, that she is his half-brother's ex-girlfriend. He knows who she is. She does not know that he is related to her ex-boyfriend. And something is going to happen. He's been like avoiding his half-brother is like trying to contact him. His name's Josh. And Josh has been like trying to contact him, and he keeps like brushing him off and like blowing him off and not like replying. So I have this feeling that Josh is going to like turn up at the cabin that they're at and find out that she's there and be like, WTF. So I'm waiting for that shoe to drop because drama. But that is where we're at. So we finished Hate Mail and Exterminatrix, and we are 50% into Kiss and Don't Tell. I'm trying so hard to not have too many books going at once because I'm crazy, and I will do that. I will read so many books at the same time. But I think the next one I want to start is Bad Motherfucker, because I've had it on my TBR for so long, and it just seems like it would be a good time. So I think that's what I'll start next, but I don't know if I'm going to start it before I finish Kiss and Don't Tell, so we shall see. But I have just arrived at the gym, so I'm going to head in and get my workout done so that I can go home and make steak tips for dinner. You just slid a little bit. You almost would have went flying right off the dash. But yeah, that's our quick little reading update for today. I will check back in with you when I make more progress. Okay, I had to jump on here because I am 84% into Kiss and Don't Tell, and the shit has finally hit the fan, and it hit the fan. I was like, oh! I mean, we knew this was coming. Like, from the beginning, you're like, shit's gonna hit the fan. It's going to. This was, I don't know how to say this, one of the best written fights that I've ever read. Like, I could picture like the chaos of like the parties like moving and like doing the things, and I was just like, oh. So yeah, we have our third act breakup, which we knew was going to happen. I knew it. I called it. And it's good. It's so good. I've never been like, yes, third act breakup, like, but I'm obsessed. I'm trying so hard to finish this book today. And I'm so close. I'm at 84%, so it's definitely possible. I'll let you know how it goes, but I'm loving the series. I love Megan Quinn's writing already. She just has the perfect balance of like the banter and the steam and also like the comedic like relief as well. Like it's so good. I love her writing. And I'm definitely obsessed already with this Agitator series. So that's my quick little update. I'm gonna hopefully go finish this book, and I think there's gonna be some groveling, which sounds like a treat. So I'll touch base with you guys soon. I just finished Kiss and Don't Tell. I knew it was gonna be so good. The last 15% was so well done. I absolutely loved how the third act breakup was handled, and then like the reconciliation. Oh, it was so good. But I wouldn't expect anything different from Megan Quinn. So I am so excited to have this one completed. I think I'm going to start Bad Motherfucker next. I think. What did I put on my list? Let's see. I lied. Oh no. Yeah, Bad Motherfucker's next. So I'm going to start that one and see what kind of trouble I get into with that. It is, let's go look. Please hold. I know it's like follows a brother. Oh, right. They like run into a girl in a wedding dress at a bar, and I think that, I mean, obviously they end up, but might be like a one night situation. I don't actually remember. Let's see. Actually, it's labeled as Insta Love, but it's not a novella, so I don't think I'll dislike that as much because it's not short. It's tagged as Alaska, so it must take place in Alaska. Also, Dirty Talk is tagged on here a ton of times, so that should be fun. It also is tagged for cheating, so I don't know what kind of trouble we're going to get into with this one, but I'm excited because I've had it on my Kindle for a wicked long time. So I think that's the one I'm going to start next. And we will go from there. Oh, I think this one also has the Bad, like, prequel. I think that Bad is in the beginning, maybe? Because they have the same description. Anyway, I'm going to go do that. Also, can we talk about, it is September 3rd right now, and I just turned the heat on because our house is very cold. Because we had our AC on, we have central air, and it was cold last night, and so it just stayed cold, which I'm not a fan of. I don't like to be cold. I work from home. I like to be not cold. So, I turned the heat on, which is, I love that for me. So, I think I don't know if I'm gonna start Bad Motherfucker right now, or maybe wait a little bit. I'll probably need to start it soon because I need to get through this group of books for Self-Destructing Scoop. But anyway, I'm gonna go and I will update you guys when I start the next book and let you know how it's gone. Please tell me I'm not alone in that when I get out of the shower, I'm like so sweaty. Like so sweaty. I have to like change my clothes after I get ready because I get so sweaty because it's so hot in the bathroom. Anyway, I have lots of updates for you. I've started Bad Motherfucker, Guarded by Death,
and Morningwood. I started all 3 of them. Bad Motherfucker, I'm like 45% of the way into. I'm enjoying it. I definitely felt like the setup was like really intriguing. We are kind of in like the hookup stage now, and so I'm curious to see how that kind of unfolds. I'm curious about the series though, but like I'm really intrigued about all the brothers. I think that'll be really fun. So that's Bad Motherfucker. Morningwood, I think I'm only like 12 or 13% into maybe. And you're following, oh, I guess I probably should have told you a little bit about Bad Motherfucker. I'll tell you about it later. In Morningwood, you're following a mortician, a female mortician. So she like preps dead bodies. And she's a single mom, and they're like trying to fix up the chapel in like their funeral home, I think is what it's called. And the people they hired like bail on her, and so her friend is like, oh, we can hire like my husband's cousin or whatever. I don't know how he was related. And come to find out, she had like hooked up with him previously, but it's not one of those like, oh, this is actually your baby, and like you never knew. The ages don't match. So she already had her kid when she hooked up with this guy. So it's not like that, but I'm enjoying it so far. Good tension. And then Guarded by Death, I'm really enjoying. It's like paranormal-esque, but like not totally. I'm pretty sure he is like a demon. He gets this. Hi. I've come downstairs. I just got out of the shower.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you haven't come downstairs yet?
No, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was downstairs earlier.
Oh, I asked Candace, I was like, what's wrong? Has she been downstairs yet? No. She's been upstairs the whole time?
No,
Yeah.
I haven't.
You're ratting your ass out.
I was sitting down there for a significant amount of time.
That's funny shit.
I was recording an update. So maybe let me stop the camera before you whip your face. Okay, sorry. Tom interruption. As usual. She's a mortician. He's not the baby daddy. Tension is great. Oh, Guarded by Death. We were talking about Guarded by Death. I lost my train of thought. It's like paranormal light. He is a like demon, but I think he like brings souls to the underworld, and he's like walking through town. It's like modern, and he's like walking through town, and he gets this like pull to this bar because he feels like somebody's like close to death, and he finds this girl. And what do you?
You're my dirt.
Swear to God, you have dirt on your head too. Here, come here. No, on your forehead.
Oh, well, that happens. I'm at work.
There you go. Pretty enough. Anyway.
Hi, Sabrina.
No. Oh, well, yeah. Okay, fine. I'll keep that in. He gets his pull to the bar. He finds this girl. She's dancing with this guy, and I'm guessing he is also some kind of demon thing. Because they like battle a little bit, and then she blacks out, and that's all as far as I've gotten. I'm like 15% into that one, but I'm enjoying the paranormal aspect so far. I'm curious to see what's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure it is dual POV. I think they're all dual POV so far. So that's my quick update. I'm gonna go because Tom, but I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, I look a hot mess. I'm sorry. But I just started June 1st, and holy first chapter, Batman. This is not what I was expecting from the blurb. And I think that's a good thing, because the blurb, I was a little bit not sure about the whole like stepsister thing, but it's a different scenario than what I was expecting, and I think that's good. So I'm definitely gonna keep going on this one, no doubt, but I just had to like come on here and be like, what? What? That was a wild first chapter. Wild. But I'll give you an update when I get a little bit farther. I'm only like 4% in the first chapter,
got me to like 3% or something. But I'm definitely gonna keep going. But I've got my page clicker ring and my knitting, so I'm gonna keep going with that, and I will update you guys soon. Hello. We have a Drogo butt cameo. I just picked him up from the groomers, but I am now 30% into June 1st, and I wanted to call and give you a quick update. This book is not what I expected. I thought that it was step siblings, and it's more like adopted siblings. They like kind of grow up together, but they are not like related well, I mean, step siblings also aren't related in any way, but they are like not related. And you are kind of being told the story like from the very beginning. Like, so June is 6 years younger than Brant, and so you're kind of told the story from when June was born, mostly from Brant's perspective. Obviously she's a baby, so like she doesn't have a POV. So you're kind of like told the story through the years, which I'm really enjoying. I just got into part 2, which is, oh sorry, the window is down because Drogo needs to air out his ears apparently. He's got to stick your head out. I did just get into the second part, which is called The Second Tragedy, so that's got me a little freaked out. I'm a little worried about what's coming. I'm also to the point where Brant is 22 and June is 16. And I'm kind of like rooting for them to hook up a little bit, which makes me feel a little wrong. So there's also that. But I'm really, really enjoying this. I've pretty much always enjoyed Jennifer Hartman. There's only ever been one book by her that I just did not enjoy the characters. But I'm really loving this one, and I know that something is going to happen. Like, you know when you just know, like you just know something bad's gonna happen? Like, I just feel it. I feel it in my bones. Also, Jennifer Hartman is known for making me cry, which she did with this one in like the first chapter. I cried like 3 times, but it's fine. But yeah, I'm really, really enjoying this one. It is definitely not what I was expecting, and I think that's making me enjoy it more. I don't really love the taboo, like, step sibling thing. And it does not feel like that in this, which I appreciate a lot. So I just wanted to come on and give you a super quick update. I am hoping to get some more reading time in today and maybe finish it. I don't know that I'll finish it tonight, but I will most likely finish it tomorrow. So I will keep you guys updated. Drogo, you sit? What a handsome boy. Look at that handsome puppy. Drogo. Hi, buddy. Drogo. He's like, just take me in the house, lady. Weirdo. Okay, thanks. okay. If it looks like I'm wearing the same outfit, it's because I am. Like I said, we've all been kind of sick and it's been hard to find the time and the energy to get some of these clips recorded. So I apologize. These are being recorded on the same day. But that's okay. We're good. So I just pulled out all of the slips for this episode and we're gonna go ahead and go through all the books and I will let you know what I thought of them. So the first one that we have is Exterminatrix by Bryn Weaver. I absolutely loved this one. I thought it was so much fun. The monster smut was written so well. They really, the author did a great job at making it like monster smut, but also contemporary in like the best kind of way. And I just ate this one right up. I don't remember what I gave it though. And I ended up giving this one 4 stars. And I'll go ahead and add it to my red jar. They're pretty empty. I'm not going to show them right now because they are very happily squished in here. And if I try and take them out, it'll probably go terrible. The next slip is Kiss and Don't Tell by Megan Quinn. I also loved this one. The tension was so great. The third act conflict was done really, really well. I loved the banter between the two, and it was a nice change of pace from like a normal enemies to lovers. These two, there was no enemies involved at all. You got to see them falling for each other in a slow burn, trapped in a cabin together with a bunch of his friends. And I just really, really loved this one. I can't wait to continue the Vancouver Agitators series by Megan Quinn. As we know, we love the hockeys. So this one I gave 5 stars. Into the red jar it goes. Okay. Next we had the Don't Let Me series. And I read Don't Let Me Go, which is book 2. And I enjoyed this one. I did feel like it was drawn on a little bit too long. I feel like there was just a lot of like bebopping around. And I was like, come on. Like, either you're going to be together or you're not. Like, you're driving me crazy. So I did give this one 3 stars. I'm definitely going to continue the series for sure. But sometimes I just feel like contemporary romance, just cut it shorter. Like, we don't need all that. Like, make it a little shorter, please. And since this one was a series, I'm going to go ahead and put it back in the jar. We got Big Bertha right over here. Well, I don't want you in this scoop. That's not ideal. There we go. So that's back in there for the next draw. Next up, we had Bad Motherfucker by Jacinda Wilder. And I actually ended up DNFing this one at 56%. Sorry, children outside. I thought it was my children having problems. I was having fun in the beginning, and then it just became like she was just constantly like running from him, and I was like, girl, like, I'm done with this. Like, either you want to be with him or you don't. Like, make up your freaking mind. It was just driving me nuts. And I found I wasn't like excited to get back to it. Every time I would put it down, I like didn't want to pick it back up, and I was like, this is clearly a sign I'm not in the mood. I do have like the first 6 books of this series on my Kindle, so I'm not sure if I'm going to continue the series and maybe give this one a try at a different time or something. It wasn't even that long, so like the fact that I ended up having to DNF it at almost 60% is just wild. But this one's going in the DNF pile. Hello, child.
Can you even see me?
No, but I can hear you. Drogo, stop. What's up, dude? What are you doing?
Seeing what you're doing.
I'm recording a video. You wanna come say hi?
Yeah.
Okay, watch me. Say hello.
Hi.
Well, the camera's up there. Drogo, go.
Hello.
Mwah. That's what I'm doing. I'm just talking to the camera about the books I've read. Do you remember when you got to draw books out of the big jar? Drogo, go. That's what I'm doing. I'm telling them about all the ones you picked out last time. You remember?
Can we do that again?
Yeah, maybe another time. Not right now, though, because we already did it.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Please don't open it. All right. What are you and Tommy doing?
just watching TV.
Okay, I'll be down in a little bit when I'm done, okay?
But Drogo is looking at me.
I know, Drogo's being a pain right now.
Okay.
Okay, love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
Okay. Go with Dana. Go ahead, Drogo. Go. No, you're just gonna stand there and be a pain in the butt. That's tracks for me.
I like how he just waits there for you.
I know. He's just gonna sit right here with me.
He does not want to leave.
All right, buddy. You down?
Almost.
Okay. Stop throwing your car down the stairs, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
And down.
All right, buddy. I'll be down in a little bit because we're gonna go get lunch with Dad soon, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Let's talk about the next book, which was June 1st by Jennifer Hartman. As you could probably tell from the clips of this one, I absolutely love this one. This was a 5-star read for me, 100%. I think, oh no, Kiss and Don't Tell was also 5 stars. But this might have been my favorite. I was really worried about reading this one because I was concerned about the taboo aspect, and then it was not that at all. Like the way it's described in the blurb is not how it actually like plays out, and the taboo is definitely not as taboo as I was expecting. But I absolutely loved this one, which was not surprising because Jennifer Hartman. So 5 stars, June 1st, so good. Next up, we had Hate Mail by Donna Marchetti. I always want to say her name wrong. I absolutely loved this one. All of the letters, so cute. I had a blast. The dual timelines, so like the present timeline is told from her the present timeline is told from her perspective, and then the past timeline is told from his perspective. And I thought that was so cool. I really enjoyed like seeing the two different sides volleying back and forth. There's a little bit of like a it's not a suspense subplot by any means, but she's like trying to find him in like the current times because he sends her a letter and she hasn't heard from him in years. And it was so cute. It was really well done. Tiny bit of a twist in the end, but I absolutely loved this one. I gave it 4 stars. I thought that it could use a little bit more tension. I just didn't feel like the tension was quite there when they did finally meet. But I definitely loved the formatting for this one. Next, we had Cut So Deep by Stasia Black. So when I was getting ready to start this one, I went back and read a few more of the reviews, and they talked about like a cheating subplot, and that kind of just turned me off to reading it. I didn't really feel like I wanted to even give it a try because I knew that I would get into it and then not like it for that reason. So I actually ended up self-destructing this one. I did not read it, and I am removing it from my TBR. So that's one less in there. Bloop. I wish it made a cool like sound, but it doesn't, so I'm sorry. Next we had Morning Wood, and I actually ended up DNFing this one at 38%. I just felt like there was a little too much hesitation between the two of them. Like, you already slept with him, like, you know it's good, like, just be with him. Like, it was just driving me crazy. I was glad that it was not a secret baby or like a surprise baby or whatever baby thing, but I did feel like there was like too much protesting against like the love interest, and he was exhibiting all of the things that you would want in a love interest, and she was like, no, like I don't want to. And I was like, girl, why? Like, the sex was good, just be with him. So I did end up DNFing this one. Next we had Nyx by Serena Ackroyd, and this one I also self-destructed. So I did a little bit more research when I was getting ready to start this one. It's actually part of a larger universe by this author, and the first book in this universe is a Why Choose, and this is like really book 4, I think, in that universe. And I don't love Why Choose, and I also don't love reading books out of order, especially when they're in a recommended reading order in a universe by the author. I trust their judgment of like, read these in this order, and I just could not convince myself to read a Why Choose. I just couldn't do it. So this one was also self-destructed. Next we had Guarded by Death by H.L. Swan. I really liked the premise of this one. I did feel like it read a little bit immature. I felt like she was a little immature. I loved the like fallen angel, angel of death plot line. I thought that was really fun. But this one just felt a little bit flat for me, so I gave it 3 stars, but overall not a terrible read. And again, we had This Mad Violet Sky and Falling into Winter. These 2 are technically being self-destructed because I'm not going to read them right now. So I'm going to put them in myself. Actually, I'll probably put Mad Violet Sky into my read because I did read that one already. And I'll put Falling into Winter and self-destructed because I'm going to read it in the actual winter, so that I can get all the vibes that I'm wanting from it. And that concludes episode 2 of the Self-Destructing Scoop. I'm having so much fun with this series. I absolutely love this jar. It is gonna look a little bit empty right now because I have been drawing for future episodes so that I can get a jump start on reading them, because when there's like 10 books in a video to be read, it takes me a little bit of time. Like some of these I had to read like 2 months ago in order to get them all completed for the end of this video. So that concludes our episode 2 of the Self-Destructing Scoop. Let me know. Sorry, still congested. All this talking is making my body be like, no. Let me know if you've read any of these books before, and drop me a candy emoji so that I know that you're excited for the next episode. Episode 3 should be coming out in November, so definitely stay tuned for that. And I know this one's also coming out in November, but I've already got some of the books read for episode 3, so I'm really hoping I can crank those out quickly and get the next episode out to you guys even faster, because I know you guys are loving this series and so am I. So drop a candy down below so that I know you're excited for it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to tell YouTube that you enjoyed this content, and it will help suggest it to other bookish girlies that love romance like us. And I will talk to you guys very soon.